Live here. Let's go live for the next game here between the South Sydney Rabbitohs and the Melbourne Storm. Hey guys, how you going? So down BKRsport, we are rushing across as obviously that Rabbitohs, that Knights versus the Knights versus the Roosters game went all the way down to the final seconds, and it was an absolutely crazy one there. So Roosters obviously snuck one by 1 point, and now we see tonight in a massive game between 7th and also 11th. The Storm need to win, Rabbitohs need to win. It is all on the line. But hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's rock and roll in regards to how the two teams are shaping up coming into this game. So the Rabbitohs 7th, Storm 11th. This is at the Core Stadium in Sydney. Now the NC for the Rabbitohs, Bronson Garlick, Jaden Sullivan and Thomas Fletcher, with the outs being Cameron Murray, David Fafita and Tallis Duncan. The fullback is Matty Duffy, with the wingers being Alex Johnston and Campbell Graham. Centres of Latrell Siegwald and Jack Whiten. 5'8", Cody Walker, who is the captain, and halfback is Ashton Ward, with the front row forwards being Tavita Totola and Keon Kalamatangi. Number 9 is Brandon Smith. The back row is Ewan Aiken and John Rattle, with the 13 being Bronson Garlick, and then the interchange, Lachlan Hubner, Jaden Sullivan, Jai Gray, Liam LeBlanc, Jamie Humphreys, and Thomas Fletcher, with the coach being Wayne Bennett. Now we move across now to the Melbourne Storm with Angus Hitchie, Jerome Hughes, Manaya Fatere, Moses Leo in, with the outs being Davy Mawali, Gabriel Satrick, Josiah Pahulu, and Will Warbrick being the outs. Now the fullback is Sualawi Faulonga, with the wingers being Sialangi, Tuimalatu Brown, and Moses Leo. Centers of Jack Howarth and also Nick Meaney. The 5'8" is Tyron Wishart, with the halfback being Jerome Hughes. Front row forwards are Stefano Tukumanu and Josh King, with the number 9 being Trent Toalau. The 11 and 12 is Cooper Clark and Oren Keeley in the back row, with Trent Loiero as the 13. And the interchange is Harry Grant, Alec McDonald, Angus Hinchey, Jack Hetherington, Stanley Hewin, and Manaya Fatere, with the coach being Craig Bellamy. Why is Harry Grant on the bench? That is astounding. I'm going to take the Storm here, but I'm not convinced. I don't know. It's a 50-50 game. We'll quickly go into the ladder here to see how it all pans out, but it is a really tough game to read, this one. It is a really, really tough game to read, and I just don't know what to expect from it, because the Storm have outs, and the Rabbitohs have outs, and it's just all over the shop. But in regards to the ladder, the Rabbitohs in 7th position on 24 points. Now, they're going to plus 76 points differential. If they are to win this game, the Knights just lost to the Roosters by 1. So if the Rabbitohs are to win, they would go above Newcastle Knights, because they've got a plus 37. The Rabbitohs would go into 6th position, and that is where they would end the round at a minimum, because the Knights already played. If they were to lose this game, however, well, the Cowboys, if they are to beat the Broncos tomorrow, the Cowboys would go above South Sydney. And if Manly are able to beat the Sharks on Sunday, Manly have plus 126, Cowboys have minus 36, but they're on the same amount of points. Manly 2 points behind. But if Manly go and beat the Sharks, Manly will go above the Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs will drop into 8th position. Bulldogs are minus 70, but if with a win over the Warriors, they could actually go equal with the Rabbitohs too, mind you, which is a crazy thought process. But yeah, look, Rabbitohs with a win, they would go into 6th position. Rabbitohs with a loss, and there's a chance they finish in 9th position. But we'll see how it all pans out there for them. On the other side, the Melbourne Storm, they're on 20 points, equal with the Raiders. They've got minus 10, Melbourne do, whilst the Raiders have minus 81. The 22-point gang of Manly and Bulldogs are just above them, 2 points away. Melbourne, if they win against the Rabbitohs today, they'd go above the Bulldogs into 10th position, who've got a minus 70, and just hope the Warriors beat them. They would not go above Manly, though, because Manly have a plus 126. So the highest they can go this weekend is into 10th position. But if the Storm were to lose this game, well, Raiders play the Tigers. If Raiders beat the Tigers tomorrow morning, or tomorrow afternoon for me, tomorrow afternoon for you guys, the Storm will go into 12th position. And the Broncos, now their points differential is minus 124. They can't jump them. So, yeah, the Storm would go into 12th as the lowest if the Raiders were to beat the Tigers. If they don't, they can still finish in 11th. But if they win, the highest they can go is actually into 10th position. So not much changes, but it'll keep themselves in the hunt. It will keep themselves in the hunt still for the old top 8. But all right, guys, let's rock and roll. Let's get into a big game here, and hopefully it delivers. So hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's rock and roll in the old chatola. Let's rock and roll in the old chatola here, son. I feel like this last game has shown how both the Roosters and the Knights have no chance to win the final. Don't necessarily disagree with you, man. I don't necessarily disagree with you in a lot of ways. It was a bit of a roughie. It was a little bit of a roughie, that one. A little bit of a roughie, but let's see how this one pans out, and hopefully we get a gangbuster game here. Parachip says Storm 24-18. Catch me if you can't says, "G'day, Blaze. Hopefully all the momentum will be good today." Nikhil says, "You're going to give us some try scorers." I will go with a cheeky little Cody Walker for the Rabbitohs. I'll also go with a Brando Smith little scooty scoot for the Storm. I'm going to go with I'm going to have to go with Silver Ivy Long and then in regards to the forwards, I'll go with Oren Keeley. I don't think he scored yet for the Storm, but Oren Keeley, yeah. That'll be my try scorers for today. You and Aiken. It brings forward to the 35 on third tackle. What do you think of Carmichael Hunt as an NRL head coach? I don't really know much about Carmichael Hunt as a coach in general. I know he does stuff for Q Cup and whatnot. Kay says, that was a funny game last game. Last play, down one, stuff it, I'll run into the line. No, amazing stuff there from Sandon Smith. It's exactly what you're thinking. It's exactly what you're thinking should be happening. So the Rabbitohs will kick this one away. Oh, Jesus, this is an awful crowd. This is an I know it's a core. It's a penalty to the Rabbitohs at the 20. Oh no, Ashen Ward gets hit late there from Trent Toalau, and it will be a penalty here to the Rabbitohs. This is true, Andrew. At least the Knights didn't lose by more than 2. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It's a massive positive there for them. Massive positive there for them. You're right. Flying. All right, so it's going to be first tackle here for South Sydney to Vita Totola at the 15. And this is the Storm for me. Hopefully no injuries on this one. Yeah, we don't want to see many injuries because we've been seeing a lot of serious injuries recently. Brandon Smith will bring this ball to the 8 on second tackle. We do not want to see injuries. Ashen Ward, left-hand side, Matty Duffy is straight up there starting fullback now. Jai Gray on the bench. Like Matty Duffy is just straight up there. They're starting fullback now. Go out to the right-hand side. Ashen Ward to Keon Kalamatangi. He'll get away from 1 tackle. He'll also get away from 2 tackles. And he'll punch this ball to the 10 on 4 tackle now. They go to the right. Ashen Ward. Ward to Brandon Smith. Oh, Jesus. Good tackle there from Moses Leo on Jack Whiten. Oh, they're going to go for a shorty. They're going to score. That's going to be a try here for Campbell Graham. Campbell Graham is going to score a try 4-0 to the Rabbitohs with the kick to come. Melbourne. This has been a little bit of a risky start here, son. This has been a little bit of a scary start here for the old Melbourne. Already down 4-0 with a kick to come. That was just way too easy there for Campbell Graham. I'll be supporting the Storm for this game. Why? Well, the Rabbitohs, they're happy with that one. Campbell Graham. He goes over. I really want a big game out of Keon Kalamatangi in this one. I'd really like it. Obviously for my super coach. I would really like it. Because Bunny's in the 8. Yeah, but are you saying that as a Warriors fan, you are more scared of playing the Rabbitohs and the Storm? Because the Storm has still a chance to make the 8. How many of the remaining games for the Storm do they need to win to secure a top 8 finish? 13 wins. They're on 8 wins right now. They have got 1 bye for the rest of the season. That means they need to win 5 out of the remaining 6 games. 5 out of the remaining 6 games is what the Storm need to win. Not convinced Walker didn't kick someone in the back of the leg before this try. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. But Latrell Siegwald here to make it a 6-0 ball game. At Homebush, he's 14 from 16. Away from Homebush, he's 11 from 17. So 88% at home, 65% away. Thank you, Jake, for letting me know to refresh the score. And it will stay 4-0. He does miss the kick. Let me just refresh the live score. Seven says, how my Roosters? Mate, you don't want to know my answer for you. Seppin, I'm going to ask you, what are your thoughts on the Roosters? What are your thoughts on the Roosters? How about that one? I'm going to put the ball back into your court. How do you feel the Roosters went today? You think they were fantastic? Easy saying that one. Yep. Your reaction to Sandon Smith taking a hit up on the last play had me dying. Yeah, no, that was something. No, that was something for sure. That was something for sure. But the Rabbitohs will bring this ball here to the 13 on first tackle. Mitchell says Roosters aren't playing 7. Well, that is true. The Roosters aren't playing right now. Yes. No, they aren't. But Brenton, you should be happy. You did lose by 2. You did lose by 1 rather than 2. So you are progressing. Well, you definitely are progressing. That's a statistical fact at this point. They go to the left to Keelan Kalamatangi, and he'll bring this ball now to the 45 on 4 tackle. Roosters are 1 point better than the Knights today, which doesn't say much. Is this true? Just another human. Matty Duffy to the 40. Last 8 Knights games have been within a 6-point margin. It's sounding very much like the... No, don't take this offensively. It's sounding very much like the Dragons a couple of years ago, if you remember. They were in games, I think they ended up finishing 10th or 11th, and they were in games every single week, but they just would lose because, like, Zach Lomax would miss his kicks, or just players would miss their kicks kind of deal. It was actually outrageous. It was actually just ridiculous. So it's seeming like the Dragons of a couple of years ago, which is not, I'm not saying that you are the Dragons, I'm just saying from the couple of years ago, there's a lot of similarities there. They can't win the clutch. I know they had close games in the ones against the Dolphins with all their players out and those poor teams down the bottom of the table, but it's just like their teams on the bottom of the table, all teams that had all their outs. Compared to the Taxman, I would take offense. Good. So Rabbitohs will have the ball at the 40. It's going to be Alex Johnson. Jeez, his right leg is heavily strapped. Heavily strapped. 3 losses were by 2 points and the other lost by 1. Yeah, but it's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. They go to Ashen Ward. Ashen Ward now to Matty Duffy. Matty Duffy, great run. He's getting off to a flying start here, Matty Duffy. 4 tackle here at the 33. Ashen Ward. And now they'll be at the 25 on 5th tackle. And now Brandon Smith. He'll get it across here to Cody Walker. Walker. Taken down here at the 10. Oh, wait, that's 5th tackle. What's he doing? What's he doing? I'm just enthralled with winning by 1 and losing 50 players at the same time. Well, you didn't win by 1, Brenton. No. Are you a Roosters fan? I thought you were a Knights fan, Brenton. Wow, I didn't realise you're a Bondi latte sipper, but, the more you know, the more you learn, and we're learning it today. Gee whiz. I thought you were a Knights fan. Don't believe they won by 1. Guess what their last 13-plus win was? Yeah, against a franchise that is currently in second last and haven't gotten out of the bottom 4 since 2021. I'm very well aware, Jake, of what you're trying to say there, but the issue is that in that game, if you want to be actually quite specific about it, and I know you know this if you've watched that game. Oh, Storm going to the sideline here. That's a great tackle. That's a great tackle. So it's going to be Rabbitohs ball to hit the 50. I know you know this, and I know Brenton and Knights fans will be able to agree to this. The Titans, if they could attack, would have won that game by a lot in the first 50. But this was at the very beginning of this spy. I think they still had Lachlan Ilias in the halves this time. I can't remember. I don't think Zane Harrison was in yet. But I think it was Lachlan Ilias and Jason in the halves, wasn't it? And I think it was Sam Verrill still in the hooker. I don't think Oliver Pascal. Actually, I want to go back and have a look. Was that before or after the Titans made their changes? That could have been the game the Titans then decided to make their changes, to be fair. It could have been, because that was Magic Round. The Rabbitohs are making way too many easy meters here. The Rabbitohs might actually just straight up win this game. Oh, no, that was... Was that the first game these guys played? Because Zane Harrison and Pascal were both in. Was that the first game these guys played? That's going to be Jack White with the easiest try you'll ever see in your life. That's awful defense from the Storm. Storm are done. 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 That's awful. 8-0 with a hit to come. That was awful. Jack White just walked the line there. Cody Walker already having a mental break. Well, it's 8-0 with a hit to come. This is just so poor here from Melbourne. That'll mean the 2026 Storm need to be studied. What happened? Well, let's be fair. Obviously, Elias Katoa out for the season. Xavier Coates out for the season. Obviously, Munster's been in and out. Jerome Hughes has been in and out. Origin's obviously been there. Their centres have always been really rough to look at. You can't expect a fullback to far longer to... get this team, on a massive roll. Like, he did well in the first 2 games. He was the star of the first 2 games, and then obviously the team caught up to him. Their forwards aren't good enough. Their forwards haven't been good enough all season. But overall, they have had a lot of players out throughout they've had a lot of really crucial players out in crucial times as well. But also, it just hasn't worked out for them. They're having a hangover season inside a hangover year for the competition. The one time I bet on the Storm, this was such a hard game to read, bro. It was such a difficult game. Forwards don't go forward. There just isn't. Like, Cooper Clark is... Latrell Seagul's going to miss this kick too. He's going to say 8-0. Jeez, he's having a rough night with the boot. Cooper Clark is solid, but I think he's a prop. I don't think he's a back rower at all. I don't know why Craig... I don't know why Craig Bellamy is playing Cooper Clark in a back row position when I think he's clearly a prop. Oren Keeley is a good signing. Still very fresh. Coming across from the Dolphins. But yeah, it's I don't understand why Cooper Clark actually plays in the back row. But then again, they're also Sean Bloor has had injuries and whatnot throughout the entirety of the season. I don't think he's been fantastic for the Storm anyway, but Sean Bloor's been out as well. It just feels the essence of Bellamy Storm teams feel missing this season. Yeah, perhaps this is the ultimate hangover. Well, this is a hangover for them individually from 2 grand final losses in a row, but it's also within a competition that's having a hangover from an incredible season last year. And there's a penalty to the Rabbitohs. I'm telling you, the Storm are done. The Storm are really struggling right now. Really struggling. Satisfying the Storm being poor this season. I get ya. Someone take Craig Bellier's car keys off him. He won't be safe to drive after this flogging that's loading. It is currently looking like it might be loading here. Storm edges have been bad all year, just so the players. Their centres aren't good. Their wingers, obviously Xavier Coates was out. Now they've lost Will Warbrick. 10 minutes gone here, by the way, guys. 30 minutes to go in this first half. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Like, they just don't have the talent like they once did. Like, everything is about their spine, and their spine, if they're not having a perfect game, well, they're going to lose. Whilst you can go and look at the Panthers, and when their spine's not playing well, their forwards are still going to be dominating again in this position. You know, when the... Who's a great team to utilise here? Same thing goes for the Warriors. When their team's not going well, their forwards will get them into a good position. Right-hand side, he made Duffy off to Jack Whiten, and he will lose that ball so far forward. It's landed in Tanzania. And far longer to bring this ball away. On 0 tackle here, he's going to take it out here to the 12 on 0. Looking ominous for the Storm at the moment. Not that we can talk. No, you looked better than this. You looked better than this one. I actually have Cody Walker, but he's on my bench this week. Oh, that's right. I technically get him because I did the loophole, so I technically get him. I just got to hope that Barnett or Molatalo will go either above him or equal with him. Brendan says, why was Dewey blowing up at trains today? Is that true? What, this is the first you heard about, Brendan? You don't know about the situation at Tiger Town right now? 6 again for the Storm at the 40. You don't know what's been happening at the Tiger Town? Fair enough, Brenton, in regards to one of the timeout, David. Jerome to Tyron Wishart. Should have passed that ball. He had Cooper Clark running through the line. Why is Harry Grant always on the bench? I don't know. There must be something going on there. Farlongo. Good step. Still moving. He'll return to 25 and 4 tackle. They go to the left-hand side. Tyron Wishart. Wishart now the 18. Gives up the Farlongo. Farlongo the 15. Now the 10. Fit tackle. Adam Dewey has refused to play because they're deciding to go with Javon Andrews in the halves over Adam Dewey this week. And they were pushing Adam Dewey to the bench to play the 13, the lock. So he said, I'm not playing. Dewey escapes his 4-year contract like Houdini. Call him Dewini. No, yeah, probably right. Well, Cody Walker is grabbing at his right knee here. You hate to see that. The Rabbitohs now bring this ball to 25 on second tackle. He's still moving okay back there, so he's all right. Brandon Smith now brings the ball to the 35. Because I had Munster in my Supercoach draft, but then obviously Munster's out for the season, so that's why I've had to bring in Cody Walker into my team. Keon Kalamatangi's been so much better recently, by the way, Dragons fans. It was really poor to start this season, but he's been so much better recently. Matty Duffy is going to bring this ball to the 50 on fit tackle. It's all happening in Tiger Town. When is it not happening in Tiger Town, Brenton? When is it not happening? The social media's been blowing up. Far longer to support the 15. Like, social media's blown up in regards to that situation, as you would expect. Must win for them if they want any chance at the top. Storm, well, no, actually, this is to make it understandable for Broncos fans. I'm going to use this as an example. So you believe that you can win 7 from 7 to make the finals. Well, then you should be pretty confident that the Storm have a good chance of making the finals too, needing to win 5 from 5 if they lose this game here. Surely you'll have a similar thought process. Zayson says something like that only happens to the Tigers. Very tigery. It's very Tiger Town, mate. Very Tiger Town. Tigers like home and away, always some drama. They are the home and away of the NRL. And they'll keep this ball up here to the 10. Alex Johnston gets the ball, stays on his feet, and he'll bring this ball to the 11 on first tackle. I just feel bad for Javon having his debut overshadowed by all this drama. Yeah, but like he chose to go to the Tigers, and this is all very much what can happen there. Also, this isn't Adam Dewey's. I know I do feel for John, but and Javon and Adam Dewey are probably the halves next year. But I think that actually, what was I going to say just now? Oh, this wasn't the first time that Adam Dewey's done this, by the way, because Brett Kamali, Noddy, came out and said that this is not the first time he's done this. Fit tackler at a 42, but just Brett Kamali, I think, caved under the pressure. Benji's not. And I'm a firm believer in you do what your coach says. That's why I rip into AJ Brimson so much, because it took him a long time before he decided to give a shit about playing centre. Oh, that is awful defence from the Rabbitohs. Moses Leo is going to get this ball all the way to the 45, to the 40 on first tackle. Harry Grant comes on for the Storm. I will always be a firm believer in the coach knows best. Do I believe that Benji is an awesome coach? Not necessarily. But I do believe that the coach gets final say. Up to the Tigers to win. I think they will come out from all of this and surprise everyone. I disagree. I'm pretty confident behind the Raiders. They should just simply... They should whoop them, to be fair. I think it's in Canberra too, isn't it? Utukamanu is going to be 4 tackling out the 8. 4 tackle at the 8. And that's a penalty. Harry Grant gets away a penalty in his first action on the field. So 10 metres away. Not Harry Grant. Harry Grant gets penalised. Like, as in the Rabbitohs have gone and given away a penalty on Harry Grant, what I should say there. Yeah, not much team first in Tiger Town. That is such a poor penalty from Brandon Smith, though. He just swipes at the arm. As a Warriors fan, I do know the mathematical chance cope this time of the season. I feel for you. Yeah, if you ever go into the mathematical chance cope, you know there's a problem. Luckily for me, as a Titans fan, there is no mathematical chance, so I don't have to think about it. No penalty here to the Storm. Would you rather Javon or Jock Man to pair with Adam Dewey? I'd go Javon. So Cooper Clark, he's in with the 5. Can you get yourselves back into the game here? Best prop in the game to crash over for a consolation try. Well, Big Mikey Fodawaker's not playing today, said. He plays on Sunday. Oh, Sualavi Faulongo for a try time on the corner. Not for Faulongo, though. It will go for Tuimalatu Brown. So maybe this game is still on here. The Storm will score Sualangi Tuimalatu Brown with a try time. 8-4 with a kick to come. Those misconversions might come back to haunt you here, Rabbitohs. Faulongo too easy there. Who's the one that's rushed out of the line there? Latrell Seagwald's having an awful game here at the moment. He's having a rough game. Odd Popper has gifted a membership. Appreciate you, Odd Popper. Nikhil gets the membership. Good around him. Consistent viewer. Glad to see that he laps it up. But thank you very much for the membership there, Odd Popper. What did I miss? What's going on in Tiger Town? Adam Dewey. What's doing? Mathematical chance this week and the next week. Add if results go in favour. Yeah, if you get to this point of the season and you're doing mathematical equations, it's done for you. It's gonski. It is. It's gonski gonamundos. They haven't even given the Roosters their. They haven't even given their points yet on the ladder. I don't think they want to give them their points after that win. Nikhil won the lottery. He did. Peter says, what is a West Magpies Junior? So are we just going to ignore that you signed him from the Titans? Are you just going to ignore that Javon Andrews was signed from the Titans this year? HPG might tell Dewey he can find another club, but I prefer them to make him play the next 3 years in reserve grade. Someone says, at least it's not one of the complete Muppets in here. Yeah, that's true. Steve says, Newcastle nearly on scam. Nah, if they lose next week, yes. Not now, though. If they lose next week, yes. But Tyron Wishart, he's the one kicking here today for the Storm, and he's the one missing here today for the Storm. So we've seen 3 tries and no conversions. 3 tries and no conversions. But the first 2 tries come to multi. Get around it, Nate. Fire it up. Fire it up, you cat. Well, the chance of the Titans if all the other teams have a salary cap scandal. What do you mean? I said, we're top of the table, mate. Forget everybody else. Who cares about everybody else, mate? Who gives a shit about everybody else, mate? Top of the table. Don't have to worry about Jack. Not worry about Jackie, son. And I'll pop it. Join up as a member. Get around your pop it. Appreciate you for supporting the channel. Jason says, the only way I can see Parrott turning all around the next couple of years and getting big name signings is to make Ivan Cleary an offer he can't refuse, give him a blank check. There is no chance in the world that Ivan Cleary would go to Parramatta. That would destroy his legacy in Penrith. They would love him for his premierships, but there is absolutely 0%. I think there is more of a chance that you get... I think there's more of a chance that Jack Gibson comes back to coach the Parramatta Eels than there is of Ivan Cleary ever coaching Parramatta. There's no way. There's just no way. Penrith would never allow it. They would offer the exact same amount. Like, there is no chance ever Ivan Cleary would go to Parramatta. No will. And that's not an insult towards Para. It's just to do with the fact that they're local rivals. There's no way he would go and do that. There's just no... It's a silly conversation, really. I get the hope and dreams and whatnot, but no way. I gifted a sub without realising my sub had run out. Fair enough. Brandon Smith's come off the field here. God bless him. Hope he's okay. 20 minutes gone here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. This kicking in the crowd is very low quality. Oh, it's a very low crowd, mate. You can clearly see that not many people give a shit about this game right now. Ashton Ward to Keon Kalamatangi. He'll get the ball. Jack Whiten out to Campbell Graham. Campbell Graham's still moving and grooving. He gets it off to Jamie Humphreys. And Humphreys will be at the 40 on fit tackle. Seb says, I've got more chance of being the Para head coach. Why does everyone want to go to Para? I'm not even saying it for that reason. I'm just saying it for the reason that I don't think Ivan Cleary would ever go to Parramatta. It's basically like saying... And look, people use this, like with Wayne Bennett, Broncos, Titans. It's like people say that Wayne Bennett was going to go to Titans. I don't believe it. I think that he was using it to get a better offer. Fair enough. Whatever floats your boat. But it's like if Wayne Bennett had a sign with the Titans, a local rival, an hour down the road. It just wouldn't have made any sense. Like, whilst... It would have been great. Would have just ruined his reputation despite how successful he was at the Broncos. Like, he doesn't even have the same aura that he once did at the Broncos, by the way. Like, whether it be the Dolphins or be here at the Rabbitohs. A lot of that aura has gone. But the point is, if he had a sign with the Titans, which was a rumour at one point, which, again, I don't believe he was ever thinking about it. I think he was just using it as a ploy. That's going to be a penalty here to the Storm. That's so... Oh, sorry, penalty to the Rabbitohs. That is so stupid from the Storm. Mostly it's so stupid. Papa says, I want Tay to come to the Wabbits just to annoy the Goosters. Well, that's not happening. So there's no way the cheese is going down the tunnel, poor bloke. Nate says, Blaze, you'd be the number one streamer for Rugby League for sure by now, mate. Bless you. Well, by now, I was one of the first. I was one of the first. It's all perspective-based, man. Some people, I think on YouTube, we're number one. But, like, there are Twitch people. There is, other people in other platforms and whatnot. But as long as you guys are enjoying it here, that's the main thing. But I think on YouTube, we probably are. That's because I was the first. To be fair, I was like the first doing vlogs as well for Rugby League. Ivan could have been a preseason champion though. Probably means more than a comment, to be fair. Yeah, for sure. You could have loved a preseason champion at Parramatta. And they go to the left-hand side now. Cody Walker. I'd say worldwide. What do you mean worldwide? You're number one in my eyes, mate. Well, fair enough, Brenton. Fair enough. The number one, you must love the number one, don't you? Fit tackler at the 35. I love that you've given me a compliment that I've just given you a backhand. So they'll kick this ball into the 10. That's going to be touched by the Storm here. This is 6 again. Oh, what? They've said this is... I definitely thought that was touched by... Jerome Hughes is going to grab that, and then he's going to get out of the in-goal. He's going to bring it all the way out to the 10. I definitely think that should have been a 7-tackle set there. A 0 tackle for the Rabbitohs. They didn't call it. Hayne wouldn't be a good coach. Everything came to him so easily, and naturally he'd probably get frustrated how long it takes players to learn. That's a good point, but where did Hayne come into this? Did I miss a comment? Did I miss a comment here? Oh, Jared Hayne should coach them. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. But also, why? Oh, number one worldwide streamer for the league or close to it. Well, nobody else... Like, Australia is the biggest nation for... Streaming's not easy for a lot of people. Like, you've got to sit here and talk to yourself, essentially. Like, I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to you guys. But, you know, you sit here and you talk to yourself in Kazakhstan. But, like, you have to sacrifice your entire weekend. If you're going to do this, you have to sacrifice your entire weekend of doing every single game. And it takes a lot of time, but I love it. You know, but I know a lot of other people who do streaming and whatnot that just hate it. But that's also because they're at the early stage of their streaming where they've got like 2 people in their chat or 5 people in their chat. And I can promise you it's not easy to do a stream for hours and hours a day when you've only got 5 people in your chat. And that's not any disrespect to the 5 people watching. It's just that it's not very active to bounce off. I can easily bounce off of everybody here in the chat. You've got shit talk going on. You've got genuine questions going on. You've got random comments about Jared Hayne coaching going on. Plus, you've got the game going on. You can bounce back and forth whenever you feel like it. But if you are a brand new streamer or you're a brand new content creator and you've got like 2 to 5 people there and there's like maybe one person commenting or there might not even be anybody commenting and one of those could have been your mum watching, you know what I mean? It's very difficult to be consistent and to keep on grinding. Jag94 is your favourite now. Fair enough, Brenton. Fair enough. So Ashton Ward puts this one down to the 25. Campbell Graham's going to catch that. Oh, but he can't get the ball away for the pass. He's dropped the ball at the end. It's actually a really good kick and a really good chance. And Moses Leo's away here. He's getting some bang meters. He's getting some bang meters today. Moses Leo taking down to the 33. Don't worry, you're not talking to yourself. The Soviets have bugged your apartment in Soviet Russia. Well, this is this is this is a new building. No, this wouldn't be Soviet. You can clearly tell the difference. You can tell the difference between the newer buildings and the old Soviet Russian style. Soviet Russia. Utu Kamaru's running through the line here. Utu Kamaru. Oh, he's going to pass off to Oren Keeley. Well, I called him for a try, didn't I? I called Oren Keeley for a try, and they're going to score. It's 8-8 with a get to come. Oren Keeley will score. I did pick up Oren Keeley as a try scorer. And it will be 8-8 with a kick to come to the Melbourne. Utu Kamaru. He's actually been pretty good this back after the season. That's why we turn up, so hit the like, people, and subscribe if you're new. Exactly right. Exactly right. Utu Kamaru just punches right past Cody Walker. And Oren Keeley goes over the line. Oh, Brenton. You can't even refer to it, son. No, you know what? I'll leave you. But no, you gotta go for 5, Brenton. You do. You gotta go for 5 because you're trying to skirt the rules. I know you're a moderator. I know, but you've got to learn the old rules there, son. You've referred to Storm with multiple S's. We've got to be consistent. If we're going to complain about refereeing consistency, we've got to slap you down. We've got to slap you down. Rules are rules, Mitchell. Rules are rules. The money says, this decade has been the worst in a while for us. Last decade, we were top 4 every season. Were you? 2014, you were. Were you? Were you top 4 like every year of the 2010s? I know you were there more often than not, but not every year. Do you want to talk about the 2000s? Bro, it's 8-8. He's missed the kick. We've had 4 tries score here, and none of them have converted. Tyron Wishart is 0 for 2, and Latrell Seagwald is 0 for 2. It's 8-8. I'm so sorry, Bunnings. How will you ever survive? I don't know how we'll survive, Mitchell. There's not been really nearly enough netball streams yet they were promised. When on earth did I ever promise that a netball stream would be coming? I wish it was the 80s again. Para 3 in a row in 4 and 5 years. Yeah, but that was before, about 100 teams joined the competition, and also that wasn't a national competition. So Parramatta, actually, fun fact, have not won a national competition. Well, I remember when I found BKR for the first time, watching footy with my mates, and Kaya went down, so we searched the game on YouTube, and there you were. Well, there you go, Willem. Did you hate me then, or... Because I probably would have been shitting on the Tigers at the time. What? Do you remember what game it was? Jets, the £2 donations. It's for last game. Most tries second half. M&D for the win. M&D always for the win. Get around your Jets. Thank you for the donut. Full tackle now for the Storm at the 45. How long ago was that? That would have probably been like, what, 3 years ago? Willem Rhodes, off the top of my head. Otherwise, it says it is what it is. Sometimes you got to have your ups and downs. Shut up, man. So, 50 metres out here. And Jerome Hughes is going to kick this ball to Alex Johnston at the 10. You do realise Mitchell's taking a piss out of you at the Bunnies. Like, he's a Tigers fan, and you're talking to a Titans fan. We're taking a piss out of you, man. Jeez. Does the viewers get worse the more you grow your audience? Does the viewers get worse the more you grow your audience? Do you mean, like, people in the chat, or are you talking about, like, viewership-wise? If you're talking about viewership-wise, absolutely not. You know, like, we used to peak, our live stream used to peak at like 600 views. 6 again, by the way. Rabbitohs now be second tackle with Keelan Kolomatangi at the 50. And then a year after, now, like, our lower streams will hit 2,000. 2 years ago, like, 2,000 was our peak streams. And now our peak streams usually, well, big games can hit 100K. Finals games will typically be around that 20 to 50, 20 to 70K. But now, yeah, like 2,000's probably... 2,000 is still quite low. 3,000 is probably our lowest now. But if you're talking about like the actual people commenting, of course, the more people you have, the more muppets you're going to get. Forward tackle over the Rabbitohs, Cody Walker at the 15. Gives it short ball to Ewan Aiken, and Ewan Aiken's going to be 9 metres away from the line. And they give it off. Oh, Cody Walker, shambles, knock on. Cody Walker, shambles, knock on, son. Shamble, mundos. Shamble, mundos. 11 minutes to go the first half. Brandon Smith went off injured. That's not the human. Went off injured. You were going to cover more sports, spending way too much time upstream having fun. Yeah, I'm so sorry for living my life here in Kazakhstan. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for living my life. I actually bought this shirt today. I bought a couple of new shirts today. Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. What are we thinking in this game? Sorry, it works. I didn't hear anything from earlier. I tipped the Rabbits, but it's such a 50-50 game. I probably wouldn't even bet. Like, if I was going to bet on something, I'd just bet on points. I really would. I'd just bet on points this game, even though it's been so poor. So, knock on here from the Rabbitohs will be Storm ball at the 50. 10 minutes to go the first half. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. No, sorry, that's going to be their ball at the 45. I did call Oren Keeley for a try. I also went with... Who did I go for the Rabbitohs? I think I went with I went Cody Walker for a try. And I also went with Brando Smith, but he's off injured. I picked up Oren Keeley, and the other one I went with was Farlongo for the Storm. Been to football league out there? No, that's on Sunday. On Sunday is when Orbasa travel to FC Kairat here in Almaty. That vlog will probably come out next week, maybe 2 weeks. Maybe 2 weeks that'll come out. Jaden says, I've been looking forward to the Commonwealth Games ever since I found out it started today. Is the Commonwealth Games on now, is it? I didn't even know. Nick Meaney's going to be at the 20. Is that true? I didn't even know or think about that. Short ball here. Trent Loiero, fit tackle at 10. Pretty sloppy from both teams so far. Yeah, but what do you expect? Like, we all knew this was coming. Jerome Hughes, sure, that was awful. Knock on from the Storm. It's going to be a Rabbitohs ball here at the 10. How did I get timed out for just reminding people? You know exactly damn well why you got timed out there, son. You know exactly why. Are they going to challenge this here, the Storm? Well, they're going to say Ashton Ward is making a tackle before he even gets the ball. Was the opening thing last night, weren't the Aussies meant to be doing these Commonwealth Games? No, we've got the Olympics in 2032. We had Gold Coast Commonwealth Games, I think 2018, didn't we? I think Ashton Ward probably does contact him early. This might be a penalty, Storm. Oh, ball hits Ashton Ward's hand first, but I think it's going to go backwards, though. Like, it's on the back of his arm. I don't know how it's possible that the ball could go forward when it's hitting the back of his arm, but sure. So, successful challenge. It's not going to be a penalty. It's just a knock on there against Rabbitohs. So, where is the Commonwealth Games? And I love that nobody here knew that this was even on. Commonwealth Games location. Where is it? Oh, in Glasgow, Scotland. I think it's next one, isn't it? Maybe it's 2030 or so that we're meant to be getting another one before because some other country couldn't do it or something. Scotland, so close to the World Cup, should have waited a bit longer in my opinion so people could rest. Yeah, right, but you can't really do too much about that. This is a shocking game right now, by the way. Harry Grant, at least it's close. Then it'll be Josh King, Seb Watson, massive fanboy. He'll get taken all the way back to the 10. He lost 8 metres there. He lost 10 metres there, post-contact. Unbelievable stuff there, Seb. Harry Grant, he'll go to the left at the 5. Short ball, Jerome Hughes, taken down to the 3 on third tackle. Aussie pulled out. That's not like Australians. Tyrone Wishart, 6 again here for Melbourne. First tackle at 5. I couldn't name one event in the Commonwealth Games, but you could, swimming and running. Commonwealth Games is essentially just a Commonwealth version of the Olympics. See, he says Glasgow because Victoria cancelled it. Oh, okay. Oh, Victoria cancelled it. That's right. That's right. Bloody Victorians. It's always Victorian. Farlongo. He'll get taken down third tackle at 13. Smith back on. Well, there you go. Yeah, Melbourne was supposed to get these Com Games, but they declined it. The Snobby Pricks. Well, I think they agreed to it, and then they said no later, didn't they? The Storm, 4 tackling 3 metres away. It's actually not too bad defence from Rabbitohs so far. Harry Grant, that's going to be a penalty against Rabbitohs. Totally 2 here. Totally 2. Victoria are even paying for Glasgow to have it. Are you shitting me? This is a shambles. This is a scandals. Troy says, I've been timed out for the less, just take it on the chin, bruv. I want to time you out right now, Troy. How about that? I won't do it, though. I won't do it because I'm a compassionate man. Right, Sensei. Oh, that's right. Victorians are weird. Hey, well, that's true, too. Oh, gee whiz. That drink went down the wrong hole. Oh, my goodness. Well, they call Palmies Palmer. You know, that's weird enough as it is. And that's just the start of the conversation. That's just the beginning. Australia dominates, so obviously that means the USA, Russia, and China don't compete. What? Per capita, we smash all of them when it comes to the Olympics, by the way. But yes, of course, China, America, and Russia don't compete. Where did the Russians come into this, by the way, at any stage? I can understand China and USA. Where did Russia come into anything in terms of being highly competitive at the sporting level? What? But China and USA makes sense, but also, of course they're not in the Commonwealth Games because they're not Commonwealth nations. Is that an Eagles cap, Blaze? No. Tweeted Seagulls. Why would I be wearing a Manly cap? And they will get the kick. It will be 10 points to 80 to Melbourne with 6 minutes to go here over the first half. Sounds like a Victoria thing. Bunch of guys. 6 minutes to go. They had to pay Glasgow $200 million. They paid Glasgow $200 million. That's actually insane. So you're telling me taxpayer money was spent from Victoria to Glasgow to host it in Scotland. That is the incredible sights of what is politics in Australia. That is actually just spectacular, really. That is spectacular. Gee whiz. So it'll be second tackle now for the Storm, and I'll bring this ball now to the 20. And so they reckon the games would cost $800 million. Glasgow are doing it for under $125. Russia, USA, and China, top 3 teams in the Olympic Games. Hold on a second. That is so factually incorrect. What are you talking about? In the most recent Olympics, America, China, Japan, Australia, France, Netherlands, Great Britain, Korea, Italy, and Germany. What? We had more medals than Japan. It's just that we had 2 less golds. 2020 Olympics tally. This game is so bad that we're looking at Olympics tallies, by the way. We're looking at Olympics tallies. All right, I want to go and have a look over here. Okay, so it is 4 minutes to go of this first half. It's 10-8 to the Storm. Russia was banned from the Olympics. Oh, that's right, because they were caught cheating. Oh no, it wasn't the cheating, even though they were known for cheat. But no, it was because of the war, wasn't it? Second tackle now. Clay says, without Russia, that's like 30 gold medals up for grabs. Russia couldn't compete last Olympics. Lesbian Seagulls next. What's happening? Lesbian Seagulls? I don't know what I just read. And that'll be Storm at the 50 on 4 tackle. Are you predicting the Knights to keep their top 8 position? Yeah, but they're not going to make it easy for themselves. They said it would cost $6 billion to hold in Victoria, and Glasgow has done it for $120 million apparently. So they actually made $80 million from the Aussies for holding it. That is so stupid. That's typical Victoria. That's typical Victoria. So Matty Duffy now brings his ball to the 10. Oh no, Harry Grant's coming off the field here. Harry Grant is coming off the field injured here. Oh no, Storm. God bless him. Oh no, Harry Grant has come off the field. That is massive. Oh dude, the amount of injuries we're seeing in the last couple of weeks is actually out of this world. Brandon Smith, Cody Walker, he's going to run this ball. Great run to the 45 on fit tackle. Dragons next year is going to be a problem. Not really. So they're going to kick this ball away here. And that's going to bounce here to the 5. Moses Leo takes this ball out to the 15. I tell you what, these last 2 weeks, like we've seen a pretty regular amount of injuries this year, like nothing too significantly separate to what we've seen in previous years. But like the amount of long-term, like season-ending injuries recently has been pretty brutal. Far Longer's away here. Far Longer's away. The 40, the 50, the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30. Matty Duffy, Far Longer. Oh my gosh, Matthew Duffy, that was horrific. Well, there's another try. I got both Storm try scorers. So Far Longer will score here. Far Longer will score. It amazes me that anyone doubts Australian Olympics when you compare 25 million people against USA 349, China 1.46. Yep. It's amazing when you think about India too. Also, 1.46 is not really true, but I guess that's the number they give you. With that, but I agree with you. But Far Longo has just done Matty Duffy over so easily there. Far Longo steps onto the right-hand side, and then, yeah, Duffy just gets completely done over there. And just gives up. He just gave up. Like, I don't like that he just gave up there, though. Yeah, Duffy just said, fuck that. Yeah, no, because he got absolutely done over. Hockey mate for India. Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is that look at their population size and look at their success rate in sports. That's the point. He should have run to the post. Yeah, that would have been a good thing to do for far longer. 54 seconds to go here. Well, let's see if we can see our first kick made of the day here. I know there's been a penalty made, but can we see one conversion made here today from either of these teams? Would be nice. Yeah, Duffy's going to be doing way better than that. He's bit too much onto the inside. Like, he's completely bit too much on the inside. Oh, no, Ludi. Ludi's got to go. Hey, Brenton, Sunday, you guys are going to wake up. Brenton, Sunday, you guys are going to wake up here, son. There's only one S in Storm there, Ludi. Sigma says, I reckon we are seeing a lot of injuries this year because of the rapid change in the pace of the game. Well, I wouldn't say there's too much of a difference this year than there has been in recent years. I'd say recent years has still been pretty similar, but maybe it's a potential answer. I wish that will finally get a kick. So we'll be 16 points to 8 here to Melbourne with 34 seconds to go the first half. Gary says he needs to aim 20 metres to the right of the right-hand post to slot this. Yeah, well, he got it. He got it. The Rabbits are god-awful. Ian, look, I'll be honest with you, both these teams are. I'll be honest with you. 30 seconds to go here. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Almost snuck through. Did not sneak through on my watch here, mate. I'm experienced man around these joints. But Harry Grant, I don't think he's coming back on here today, by the way. Yeah, oh, it's a hamstring. Oh, he's definitely out for at least like 4 weeks. Yeah, Storm, they should be done here, man. Like they really, like Munster's out for ages. Grant's out for a while now. They've got to win. Even if they win this game, they've still got to win 4 out of their remaining 6 games, or 4 out of their remaining 5 games kind of deal, because they've got to bye. Yeah, Rabbitohs look like they were going to put a cricket score on Rabbitohs on the Storm early, but they've just gone to sleep since. Far longer taking under 40. And that was an awful first half. So 16 points to 8 will be the halftime score in favour of the Melbourne Stormians. Yeah, it's not been fantastic quality of a matchup here, but let's get into the stats. Well, to be fair, the Storm are actually playing quite well when you look at the stats, but it just is a really kind of game at the moment. But do me a favour, guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here. Let's get to the stats. So Rabbitohs 8, Storm 16. This is, of course, in Sydney. The tries for the Rabbitohs, Campbell Graham and Jack Whiten with 0 from 2 for the conversions. And then you've got the Storm on 16. With the tries being Sualangi, Tuimilatu Brown, Oren Keeley, and Sualavi Fa'alongo. Tyrone Wishart 1 from 3 on the conversions, and penalty goals is 1-1. You go to possession, 55% possession to the Storm, 45% possession to the Rabbitohs, 10% swing. Makes sense here. Time possession, you're looking for 25 minutes on the threshold, 11 minutes 47 for the Rabbitohs, 14 minutes 14 for the Storm. That's 25 minutes. That's just over 26 minutes. It's not spectacular, but it is a minute past the threshold, which you're pretty happy with there. Completion rate, 80% is what you're looking for. Well, at least the Rabbitohs are at 81%, 13 from 16. You're pretty happy with that one. But the Melbourne Storm are at 95%. That is absolutely spectacular. 20 from 21. It's basically perfect. Just one incomplete set there. Unbelievable stuff from the Melbourne Storm. But the Rabbitohs aren't, upset about the completion rate either, though, to be fair. Runs-wise, 92 runs for the Rabbitohs. You're looking for 920 run meters for 10 meters an average per run that you overall. 749. They are 170 meters behind the 10 minutes average per run that you're looking for to get to the 920. You want to be within 100. They're 171 away from it, so quite a big distance away from it. Whilst the Melbourne Storm, they're at 99 runs for 1,043 metres. So 99, you're looking for 990 metres. They're at 1,043. So not only are they already just above 1,000, but they're also above the 10 metres an average per run by 53 metres here. The Storm are actually playing some pretty good football. That's actually pretty good when you look at it. They're playing some pretty good football here. With 7 more runs, 7 more runs, they have got basically 300 more metres than the Rabbitohs through 7 runs. That is phenomenal. Storm are dominating the middle of the park. They're dominating the run meters. Post-contact meters, 325 to the Storm, 290 for the Rabbitohs. So that's only with a 7-run gap. I don't think the Rabbitohs get the extra 30, but 30 is possible. So it could be pretty equal there in terms of the post-contact. You go to the line breaks. 4 for the Storm, 2 for the Rabbitohs. Very high for Melbourne. Getting up there with the Rabbitohs, still not bad. Tackle breaks, though. 21 tackle breaks for the Melbourne Storm. 10 tackle breaks for the Rabbitohs. Very low amount of missed tackles there for Melbourne. Very high amount of missed tackles there from the Rabbitohs. I heard the broadcast, though, say that... there was over 30 missed tackles. So obviously the count is different between the broadcast and NRL.com right now. But yeah, 21 missed tackles there for the Rabbitohs and 10 missed tackles there for the Storm. Average set distance, 25 metres and below is pathetic to the stream off. 25 to 30 is disgusting. 30 to 35 is underwhelming. 35 to 40 is hitting the marker. 40 to 45 is great. 45 to 50 is fantastic. And 50 plus is basically perfect. You've got 46.82 here for the Rabbitohs and 49.68 for the Melbourne Storm. That is in the fantastic category. They're separated by about 3 metres there. Still a decent amount there for the Storm's favour. Storm with 49.68, Rabbitohs 46.82, 3-metre gap. Both in the fantastic category. Both getting plenty of metres. The Storm still beating them out. Average play the ball speed, 3.19 seconds below is... extremely fast. 3.2 to 3.39 is fast. 3.4 to 3.59 is average. 3.6 to 3.79 is slow. And 3.8 and above is extremely slow. The playable speed for the Rabbitohs is 3.59 seconds, whilst the playable speed for the Storm is 3.22 seconds here. The extremely fast. That's fast there for the Melbourne Storm. That's fast. 3.22, getting close. Extremely fast. 3.59 is average, basically slow for the Rabbitohs. There is a pretty significant 0.30 or so gap between the speeds of the play the ball. So yeah, Storm are clearly winning that department as well. Offloads, Rabbitohs with none, 0, and the Storm with 3. Not too high there for the Storm, but the Rabbitohs with none is crazy. Kick defusal, 75% here for the Rabbitohs, 50% for the Storm. And then we go to the effective tackle percentage. 85% and below is awful. 85% to 88% is underwhelming. 88% to 90% is hitting the marker, and 90% above is basically perfect. 87.79% here for the Rabbitohs is underwhelming. 187 tackles made is above the typical range of 160 to 180 by 7. Missed tackles is 21, 4 above the average of 15 and 17, and the ineffective tackles is 5, which is on the average of 5 to 7. So 26 bad tackles with an above average tackles made count, but missed tackles are so high that it still takes them into the underwhelming category of 87.79%. And then move across to the Melbourne Storm, 94.79% here. That is spectacular. That is basically perfect. 182 tackles made is 2 above the typical range of 160 to 180. 10 missed tackles is below the average of 15 to 17 by 5. That's very good. But ineffective tackles, nada, 0. That is unbelievable. The average is 5 to 7. They've got 0 in this game. So 10 bad tackles, all of which being missed, compared to 26 bad tackles with a majority being missed, but obviously 5 still on the average. And the Melbourne Storm have been basically perfect, while the Rabbitohs have been just not good enough with an underwhelming category. Now you go to the negative play. The Storm are actually playing really good football. 3 errors and below is really good. 4 to 6 is average, and 7 above is awful. 5 errors for the Rabbitohs here. 1 error for the Storm. So 5 errors is average. 1 error is actually fantastic. It's actually fantastic there. The Storm are playing some good footy here. Penalties conceded, 3-3. Ruck infringements, 1-1. Inside 10 metres, 1-0 against the Rabbitohs. So 5 infringements compared to 4 in favour of the Rabbitohs giving away those infringements. Right now, the Storm should win this game. Like, based off of these stats, they should run away with this. They've got a better completion rate. They've got more percentage in terms of time. They've got more possession. They've got far better run meters. They've got better post-contact meters. They've got more line breaks, more tackle breaks, better average set distance, more kick return meters, faster play the ball speed by a lot, more offloads, better defense, less missed tackles, less ineffective tackles, less errors, less infringements. There's not a single stat the Rabbitohs win in that first half, but then again, they are only down by 8, and it is still only 3 tries to 2 to the Storm. So, like, this game is still on, but I will switch my tip to the Storm now. And I know it's like, well, they're winning, of course they are, but I think the Storm win this game from here. Because, it hasn't been a quality game on the eye test. Oh, no. ACL for Brown. Dylan Brown did his ACL. Are you shitting me, Andrew? ACL. Oh, yikes, mate. Yikes, that is huge. God bless him. Dude, that sucks to hear, because not only is that their Knights, their season's done. Not necessarily that you can't make the 8, but just like your season's done. And the New Zealand team now, well, they won't have him in the halves. So who will that be? Because Kieran Foran's retired now. So you've got Jerome Hughes, 7. Who goes into the 6? There's no way you're doing Tamati Martin, are you? Who would be the 6 for the New Zealand team in this World Cup? Unless they decide to put Keano fullback and Kalen Ponga into the 6. Second ACL in 2 years. Yeah, that sucks to hear, man. And that knee was already bandaged. Yeah, that sucks to hear, man. That sucks to hear. I had Harry Grant as captain on Supercoach. Does that cancel itself if he got injured in the first half? Chris, do you want the good news or the bad news? Chris Brown, 2026. Would you like the good news or the bad news first? So the bad news, I'm just going to tell you. The bad news is that no, you will receive his points. The good news is that you can stay here on the stream and I can help answer you more questions in future. But the bad news is no, you will get his captaincy points. Yeah, that will be the bad news, which is the only answer to your question. That bandage wouldn't indicate an ACL has gone during the game. Jason says, yeah, Callan 6. I'm just trying to think of who else would be an option. Like, actually, if I Google it, who else is an option? What depth does New Zealand Rugby League have for the 6? So, surely not. Position is headlined by proven winners and high-impact international operators like Charles Nickel-Klokstad. What? Oh, I hate going to Google, bro. I hate Google. Charles Nickel-Klokstad, you reckon? Stop it. Tamani Martin. Well, I said Tamani Martin, but surely not. I would... Oh, I don't know if you put Kalyn Ponga in it. But, like, you want to try and fit in Kalyn Ponga and Counter Kenny, but also you don't want to detriment your team. You probably do have to go with Tamati. Oh, Nicarima is a good shout. Yeah, go Nicarima and Jerome Hughes will be the halves. Yeah, that's right. That is right. You would go Nicarima and... If I was coming out of retirement, yeah. No, you would go Nicarima. Nicarima and Jerome Hughes. He was clear carrying another known issue, probably meniscus issue. Wasn't he a kicker ASAP? We've said that for like 5-10 years. We've said that for a very long time now. That's not like a newly found problem here. That's not a newly found problem at all. But still waiting here for the second half to get going. I might actually run up to the bathroom quickly. Might just quickly run up to the bathroom, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. I'll be back in just a moment. It's time, son. Gee whiz. Gee whiz. All right. Just wait for this second half. Is there a steam room at the hotel? I'd say Airbnb, bro. If there was a steam room, trust me, I would be going to it. I would definitely be going to it. Sometimes you can actually find apartments around the world that have these like steam rooms or saunas or that. Kazakhstan, I don't think so, though. I don't think there's really a great deal of pools. Well, not in Almaty anyway. Not really in Almaty. 12 picking market New Zealand, 1 jersey. No way. Is Sanders from the Rays eligible for New Zealand? Also, absolutely. That is a diabolical couple of messages that you've just put there, Peter S. That is diabolical. You're telling me that you've got Tuapiki above Keanu Kenny, who's currently the fullback, and Kalyn Ponga, who has put himself eligible to play for New Zealand, and you're saying Tuapiki. And then not only that, you have then said Ethan Sanders. You have then said Ethan Sanders. I'm going to leave that comment right there where it is. That's what I'm going to do. There are 3 games tomorrow, Gary. There is. We've got Raiders versus Tigers. We've got... Who's the other games? Gee whiz. Raiders versus... we've got Broncos-Cowboys tomorrow. Yeah, Broncos-Cowboys, Raiders and Tigers are the early game. And the middle game, I think, is Bulldogs somebody. Bulldogs and Warriors, that's right, yeah. Bulldogs, Warriors. Doesn't know ball, obviously. Well, it's just like, it's not even necessarily about knowing ball. It's just like, why would you suggest that Tane Tuapiki will be above and will debut instead of the current fullback of Keanu Kenny, they would also probably look towards Charles there first. But, the current fullback of Kenny. So that means that Tane has to have been better than Keanu, which I'm not going to agree with. And then with Kalen Ponga, there's no way you're putting Tane above Kalen Ponga, despite his injury process and whatnot. But Ethan Sanders is just no. But Nicarima makes the most sense. Because he's a Waz fan, maybe. Well, sure, but that doesn't. I think that no matter what, when it comes to international footy, you want to see your best team out there. Surely Tane Tuapiki isn't even a sniff over those two guys. Surely not. Anyway, the Rabbitohs are running out here for the second half. 56% try predicted for the Storm, 44% for the Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs are going to be far better in the second half. They're going to be far better than what we have seen here today, because it has just not been good enough here today at all. Rabbitohs were all over them too to start this game, by the way. All over them. The Rabbitohs were all over them to start this game. What happened? Manly play tomorrow. Manly the last game of the round on Sunday. On Sunday, we've got Titans, Dragons into Manly versus the Sharks. KP and Hughes in the half, not too bad. Brown, Hughes, no, I don't think that KP will be half. I still think they'll probably put Kalapong at fullback, even though I'd love to see Kano in the fullback, but I think it'll be Kalapong at fullback. No, they'll probably put Nicarima there. Do I see Stacey? Okay, no, this comment section is derailing. So first tackle in for the Melbourne Storm. They're going to get this ball. No, second tackle at the 25. And now third tackle at the 30. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Chris Brown's 13 plus Storm. Hey, listen, maybe. It's been a much better performance from them in the first half. They probably would have liked to be up by a bit more points. Good offload there from Warren Keeley. And Trent Toalau brings this ball to the 48 on full tackle. I would say that you probably should be seeing... I think this game will be close because at the end of the day, if the Rabbitohs lose this, Cowboys beat the Broncos tomorrow, Manly beat the Sharks on Sunday, you would see Rabbitohs out of the 8. So, surely you see the Rabbitohs turn up here for this second half and give it a crack. Surely. Yeah, Brent, yeah. Sam says some classic Friday takes in here today. Yeah, no, there's some incredible takes. Ethan Sanders, apparently, to play in the New Zealand halves. Tane Tuapiki to be the fullback. Will Harry Grant, as captain, be removed because of his injury in the first half into his Jai Gray like Stacey Jones? Fit tackle. It's incredible scenes here, man. It's an incredible scene. And they go to the right where Ashton Ward will kick this one down to the 15 where Sualavi Falungu. He'll take it out now to the 30 on first tackle. Come on, Keon. Do something for my fantasy, please. For my Supercoach draft, please, Keon Kilomatangi. I need you to do something, man. Halftime leading and losing since 2025. They've had 10 losses, 31 wins. The Storm? 31 wins for 10 losses. That means 21-10. Dragons, 15 leads for 8 losses. That's actually crazy. Why are they showing the Dragons 47% win rate there when they had everybody else on the 80s? Why'd they show that, the Dragons? They've just shit on the Dragons for, no reason just then. For no reason, the Dragons copped a stray on the broadcast. Yeah, exactly. Why did they chuck the Dragons in that graphic? Yeah, I didn't even see your comment too. That is just such a random stray. Oh, man. And Storm will get the ball, and they'll be taking another 15. So it's going to be Rabbitohs' ball. Rub salt in the wounds. It's like an uppercut. Just out of nowhere. It's okay, cool. 87% for the Storm, 79% for this team, 77% for this team, 47% for the Dragons. Nothing to do with anything, but take that, you cats. That's what they just did. Keep on thinking of those helicopter rides. My brain's not clicking onto this one. My brain's not clicking onto this comment. Third tackle now for the Rabbitohs. They'll be at the 30. And Brandon Smith gives it across to Ashton Ward. Ashton Ward to Cody Walker. Cody Walker off Jack Whiten. And Jack Whiten before tackle at the 45. 9 now isn't working. Fair enough. Keon Kalamatangi, he is, though. He brings his ball to the 40 on the Storm side of the field. Eliza says, why do I have a Titans logo? Because you're a Titans fan, Eliza. That's why. That would be why. It's easy work slamming the Dragons, though. It is. It is easy work slamming the Dragons. Well, when I say that, like, there are easy punching bags, the Tigers are actually the easiest punching bag in the comp. And that's actually for a pretty good reason too, though. And it's not because they just suck. It's because they have a large fan base. They have a passionate fan base, so the media know they're going to get clicks from the Tigers. Dragons kind of like the middle ground, and then Titans just don't have fans, really. You know, we have a limited amount of fan base. We do have fans, but just nowhere near to the size, because we've never had that success to build it. Josh King with an amazing run here. Wow, 20-metre post contact. Amazing. Stats on Fox brought to you by Shane Flanagan. Well, he's definitely no one to be talking. They'll hit this ball down to Alex Johnson in the corner. He'll get this ball at 20. Back to the 17 on first tackle. That's how Dragons got him assigned helicopter rides. Second tackle now at 22. Cody Walker there. Ewan Aiken. But the culture, mate, the culture. What culture? I hear about this Tigers culture all the time. What culture? Cody Walker, short ball, Jack White. He's thrown his team out of the bus there with that pass. Cody Walker off to John Rattle. He'll be at the 45 on fit tackle. And now Ashen Ward to Jamie Humphreys. They are essentially playing with three halves. It's reminding me when they had like Adam Reynolds. Oh, that's a high tackle. Oh, no. Yeah, okay, fair. They're not going to call high. First tackle here for Falong at the 15. What was I going to say? Rabbitohs playing with Jamie Humphreys, Cody Walker, and Ashen Waters remind me of the days they played with Reynolds, Benji Marshall, and Cody Walker. It's amazing that Cody Walker is the only one left there of the three, and we're talking like 5 years later, by the way. Like 5 years later, it was Adam Reynolds, Benji Marshall, and Cody Walker as the three halves back in 2021, and now it's Ashen Ward, Jamie Humphreys, and Cody Walker. They go to the left-hand side of far longer. Oh, they're away here. Jack Howarth off to Nick Meaney. No, that's Moses Leo, and he'll be at the 35 on fit tackle. At least we're not the Tigers, and he says. Well, this is... I'll leave that comment. Far longer to the right-hand side. They're actually running this. They're running this. Kicked into Matty Dufty, and Dufty will... Yeah, that was a good tackle there from Nick Meaney, considering. Now go off to Cody Walker, who'll get underneath to Alex Johnson, and Johnson will be the 25. Plenty of Titans fans, mate. No, you're missing the point. There is Titans fans, and I know full well there are Titans fans. I went to every game for many, many years. The point is in comparison. Matty Duffy's away here. Matty Duffy all the way to the 40, the 35, fourth tackle. You can't argue it. Like, the Titans don't have fans in comparison. That doesn't mean we don't have fans in general. We just don't have fans in comparison. Keon Kalamatangi gets it off to Cody Walker. Cody Walker here over the top, flicks it across, and he'll throw the ball over the sideline. What the fuck was that, Cody? What on earth was that? John says BKRsport is slightly better. Cries an empty wallet. Fair call. The English might be down bad for NRL and Super League soon. Might end up on DAZN instead of it being included in Sky Sports. Yikes. Everything's going tits up, innit? But what a pass, absolute champagne footy. Champagne footy there from Cody Walker. Throws the ball to Rosette. Son. Unbelievable stuff, really. Unbelievable, spectacular stuff there from Cody Walker. And the Storm will get this ball to the 30. Second tackle. Jeez, Tigers coming strays all over the shop tonight. Yeah, well, like, they've earned it. They do put themselves into it. Uppercut someone, Walker, or get off your anchor. So, fourth tackling at the 45. That's a great point. Fifth tackle now. Like, this game, there's just not much about it. Like, the Storm actually plays a pretty good footy, but there's just not much feeling. And I think it comes down to the fact that there's about 3 people in attendance at this game in an 80,000-seater stadium. Now give it up to Alex Johnson. And Johnson will take this ball to the 15 on first tackle. There's nothing wrong with the Tigers culture if you compare it to Australian rugby. Really random comment, but sure. Chris Brown says, I'm just across the river from the game, watching on 9 now, and you're commentating in front of my feed. Yeah, and I'm commentating from Kazakhstan. Yes. I'm currently in Kazakhstan right now. So 6 again for the Rabbitohs. Brandon Smith and Jamie Humphreys. Across now to Ashton Ward, Cody Walker, Jack Whiten. And Jack Whiten's going to be at the 40. He's still going here. Still moving to groove. Gets the offload away to Keelan Koloamatangi. And Koloamatangi gets his ball offloaded as well. Jamie Humphreys. Right outside, quick passing. They're away here. They're away here, South. They're away here, South. Oh, pass the ball, my dude. Second tackle at the 18. 18 metres away here. The Rabbitohs, Cody Walker, Ashton Ward. Ashton Ward, he's going to run it himself. Cody Walker taking it under 5. 6 again. First tackle now, 5 metres away. Brandon Smith. Oh my gosh, they're going to call this as a try. It's like... So I've called 3 out of 4 try scorers tonight, by the way, so I'm pretty happy with that. I hope you got on the try score predictions I gave you. But has momentum not stopped here? Is this just not too much in terms of... Is this not just too much in regards to the momentum has stopped and he's... I want to say this again. Brandon Smith, he doesn't score originally. 1, 2, 3, 4... That's 5 seconds worth of time before he scores a try. Like, he's on the ground for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, the first one he got down. No, that's correct. No, the first one he got down. The second one was stupid. The first one was sweet. Don't start with this momentum. No, this is a legitimate try. It's a legitimate try there for Brandon Smith. 30 minutes to go of the game here, folks. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Originally, I didn't think we'd see the first one go down, and it was just the second one, which was way too long. But the first one's sweet. So it's a try time. Rabbits should have a smaller ground. Don't they use Gosford or something once a year or something? Well, Gosford's technically... Whose territory is... Well, it's about to be North Sydney Bears territory. Or Perth Bears territory. I don't think Rabbitohs... Roosters played at Gosford. I don't think Rabbitohs have the... Like, where else do they go? They wanted to go to Allianz, which is a smaller stadium. Accor is too big. It is too big. There's 3 people here attending, and it's all the family members. It is just simply too big here. Looking forward to tomorrow's games. Broncos, Cowboys, I'm looking forward to. Raiders, Tigers, not really. Warriors, Bulldogs, yeah. Second part of trying to get that down was old mate's momentum rule. Let's cut it out with the old momentum, please. We can't do this again. Gosford has always switched between Rabbits and Roosters, yeah. But it would make more sense for it to be Roosters than Rabbits. Considering Rabbitohs are meant to be South Sydney. So is Brisbane building a huge stadium for the Olympics? I don't think they're building a huge stadium for the Olympics, but they are building a stadium. Yeah, I don't know if it's massive though. I think they're completely restructuring Gabba, if I'm not mistaken. Keelan Koloamatangi, he'll bring this ball now to the 30. On the tackle, Rabbitohs, they're only down by the 2 points, 16-14. They're only down by 2. Cody Walker left hand side here. They're away. Alex Johnson, the 50, 45, the 40, the 35, back on the inside. Matty Duffy, they're going to score a try. Oh, 4 pass. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. It is a forward pass. They have gone and thrown a forward pass, South Sydney. That is brutal. As they were about to score a try under the post, Alex Johnson will throw this ball forward. You're kidding. Only 60,000 seats for Victoria Park Stadium. Gabba has done so after the Olympics, apparently. What do you mean done so? As in gone? What do you mean Gabba's gone? Where did the Brisbane Heat play out of, and where did the Brisbane Lions play out of then? So I could see that one, but not the Warriors or the Panthers passes. They claimed that the Warriors one was backwards. They actually came out and claimed it went backwards post the game. Also, Suncorp getting upgrades, but only 1,000 extra seats. Mainly just putting a big ass screen. Fair enough. Victoria Park will be the new AFL Cricket Stadium. Where's Victoria Park going to be located? Where is that located? Damn, that's crazy to hear about the Gabba being removed. That's history right there. Third tackle now for the Storm, and they're going to get this ball to the 40. What are they going to put just apartments in there? Wouldn't surprise me. Brisbane still, but in the big parklands. Is Jet Cleary available for New Zealand, I think? Peter, I'm starting to feel like you're just a permanent troll, mate. No, I'm not even going to reply to this one. That kind of pisses me off. Like, you're not taking it seriously. You're taking a piss with that one. Like, that's just a stupid comment, man. That's just ridiculous. Like, I don't believe that you've said... I don't think you're being intellectually honest with the conversation here, because that's a ridiculous comment. Ashton Ward's going to get this ball here to the 30. Nah, time him out. Nah, he's deliberately trying to get a reaction here, because that's just ridiculous. That's got no form of any kind of conversation. That is just stupidity. It's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. So you're telling me that Jet Cleary has never played an NRL game. He's never played an NRL game, and you want him to just play for New Zealand. That's just... Stop it. Third tackle. So you've got options of Tony Martin. You've got options of Cody Nagrima. You've got all these experienced options, and you decide to go for a guy who's never played an NRL game before for the international job at a World Cup. This is why you're intellectually dishonest. Fourth tackle here at the 40. The thing is, it could easily not be rage bait too. I'm just assuming that it is rage bait. It could easily not, considering his comment history. It could easily be a genuine comment. But I'm going to assume that's rage bait. So they'll kick this ball down to the 5 here. Failonga grabs it and it'll be first tackle in a World Cup as well. Exactly right. It's just, Peter, it's either you're deliberately trying to rage bait, or that is the most cooked thing I've ever seen in my life. That might be the most cooked opinion I've ever seen. If you're suggesting that a knock on from the Storm here, Rabbitohs get the ball at 30. Keon Kalamatangi goes out to the right-hand side, and he'll now beat the 20 on 0 tackle. I'm not too sure which one it was, but if it was rage bait, stupidity. If it wasn't, well, I don't know how to save you, man. First tackle now for the Rabbitohs. They're going to be, 0 tackle because it was the knock on before. At the 15. Out to the left-hand side to Cody Walker. Then it's going to be Latrell Seagwell. He will... Oh, my gosh. They've actually stopped the try. They've actually stopped the try here, Melbourne. They've actually stopped the try. It's a no try. It's actually no try. It's like saying I'm on the wing for the Titans. For people who don't know why we're saying this, he is suggesting that Jet Cleary should play for New Zealand in the halves because of the injury this week to Dylan Brown. Short ball into the line, Rabbitohs. 5 metres out from the line now, second tackle. Jet Cleary has never played an NRL game before. Ashton Ward, Matty Dufty, right inside Campbell Graham. 1-on-1. I wish I don't know what that defense was, but luckily Moses Leo came across and whacked him. And I get it at the back now to Ashton Ward. Off cross to Jamie Humphries. Cody Walker, quick passing. Latrell Seagwell. Out to Alex Johnston. Johnston! Try time for the Rabbitohs. They take the lead. And the Rabbitohs will be up 18-16 with 24 minutes to go here of this game. Well, the game does turn it all around. It turns all around here, and the Rabbitohs will lead by 2 with the kick to come. It was about to be a 6 again anyway. Storm, you just think, like, their season's just done, innit? Sam Tompkins was in New Zealand a while. Will he be available for New Zealand? Peter might be a good option. Sam Tompkins, what a player. Great player in the English Super League, but when it comes to the NRL, yikes. Tiger Hood says, I'm a Warriors fan. He's nowhere close to ready. Again, I don't know whether he's trolling for a reaction or not, because like he says a lot of ridiculous takes in this chat, and we kind of skirt by them. A lot of the time I like to actually ignore a lot of the comments that he puts, but I think that one is so ridiculous. That is quite clearly the most ridiculous thing that the dude's ever said, and I just had to react to it, and that's why he's been timed out. If Jet Cleary becomes a great player, you reckon the NRL will ask Ivan Cleary to donate sperm? What are we talking about there? 23 minutes to go here in this game, and I'm not even reading the rest of your comment out, Jason. But they didn't say, I hope Jet plays one league game and played for the Kiwis. Gosh. Tiger Woods says, Jet's not even playing 7 in New South Wales Cup. Let him be, mate. It's like Nicaragua can just go screw himself at this point. What can bro do? Ashton Ward's kicking now, by the way. They took Latrell Seagull off it, and Ashton Ward's going to miss the kick. This is abysmal. The Rabbitohs have scored 4 tries here today. They have made 1 conversion. Some people are cooked. Some people are cooked, man. It is what it is. 23 minutes to go to game. Okay, we're definitely going to get on the sperm conversation out of this chat right now. What's wrong with you, Jason? This is a Parramatta fan if I ever did see one. Look at their logo, mate. It tells you everything you need to know. How many kicks have been missed tonight? A lot of missed kicks. Ziggy Butterworth with the $10 donation, says Ethan Sanders, fullback from New Zealand, and Kinky9. God. Thank you very much for the donation, Ziggy. I want to time me out. I do. I'm not gonna, because I know you're taking a piss. But thank you for the thank you for the donation. Kinky9, that's the one. Slow game talk. No, it is, Jason. This is what happens. But the thing is, it shouldn't even be slow. It's 18-16 right now. Rabbitohs are fighting for their top 8, and the Melbourne Storm are fighting for their top 8 too. Like, at the end of the day, this game should be, it really should be high vibes, like power ball just flying. But right now, obviously, it is. There's something about it that's just been missing in this game. The footy so bad, the chat is now about cheers. Yep, that is true. But it is 18-16 in a game that actually does mean something. So it's going to be Sualavi Farlongo takes his ball to the 25 on first tackle. And now they go to the right-hand side. I'm actually on for a pretty massive week here on the old Supercoach. Draft, anyway. Bretton says, a GIF. Oh, what did you actually say? Kinky. He's talking about Keanu Kenny. In Titans group chats, man, people always call him Kenny. They always call him Kinky. And people suggest that he goes to 9. Brandon Smith, that's such a dumb penalty. They might challenge this. He's saying there's 2 in the tackle. I would challenge this. They're going to challenge this. And yeah, to be fair, he's not coming onto them. This is a one-on-one strip. This is a one-on-one strip here because he's not actually making the tackle. It's the Storm player who's grabbing onto his jersey. Funny Cat Vince says, would you take 100 million, but a snail would follow you for the rest of your life and if ever touched you, you'd die? Yep. Yep, I would. Yeah, he's definitely not in this. Ewan Aikens come away from the tackle. If they know roughly what the attendance is going to be, they should swap grounds to a more... It's not that easy. You can't just swap grounds like that. They should swap grounds to a more intimate stadium to give it more fan interaction. Sure, but it's not that easy, man. The Rabbitohs don't have another home ground. And also, logistics, you can't just switch grounds like the drop of a hat. Is the chat okay, Jess says? No, they're not. No, they're not. 100 million and a circle of salt in that snail. Mate, if the snail's in Australia, well, how's it going to catch me when I'm currently in Kazakhstan? I've been in Vietnam, I've been in Fiji, I've been in America, I've been in Thailand. Like, I'm going to be in Kazakhstan. How is the snail catching me when I'm on a different continent? How is it catching me? Can't catch me. Can't catch me. It's not possible. And once it finally gets on a plane to come here, well, then shit, I'm back in Fiji. You can't catch me, son. Second tackle over the Rabbitohs, Shammy Humphries, Ashton Ward, Cody Walker, Matty Duffy gives it off here. Latrell Seagull, be 9 metres away from the line. Third tackle. 20 minutes to go of the game here, folks. 20 minutes to go. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. It's going to be Cody Walker. Short ball. They're 5 metres out of the line now. 4th tackle. Hope Brisbane loses the derby. I can't stand Reece Welsh. We'll see. That's tomorrow. We'll be live for it. And they go to the left-hand side to Cody Walker. Cody Walker then off to Latrell Seagull. He'll be taken down to 15 on 5th tackle. Cody Walker, he'll kick this ball across. Keon Kalamatane coming through here. No, it's going to be caught by the Rabbitohs, and they'll knock the ball on. Far longer might get away here. Might get away. No, taking down to 9 on 1st tackle. Could just kick them out of the comp again. That would solve the core problem. Well, like, technically speaking, it would solve the core problem. Technically speaking. Shipper's going to ask, is this one snail or any living snail? Well, no, it can't be any living snail. He said one snail. He said one snail. We're changing, we're shifting the goalpost right now. He said that there is one snail chasing after me. Not every snail in the world, one snail. And it's like 100 million. I'm at the very least getting a good couple of years before that snail gets to me here in Kazakhstan. A good couple of years. Utukamana gets that ball away here. Trying to toil out. Oh, Dufty, bro. Oh, Kolomatangi has just saved the game and potentially the season for the Rabbitohs there with that ankle tap. Farlongo gets it to Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes kicks this ball across. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. I want to walk away. I want to walk away. I want to walk away. That is pathetic. That is pathetic here from the Rabbitohs. I don't even think they've scored, but that is pathetic. One, Matthew Dufty, his defense on the other side of the field was absolutely deplorable. Two, Latrell Seagwalt allowing the winger for the Melbourne Storm to get a free run at the ball to grab it and then to throw the ball back inside. Look how pathetic this is. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. They kick this ball across to the 3. Latrell Seagwalt is not even contesting the ball. He's just looking at the man. So it's going to be Tuimalatu Brown catches it there. He throws the ball back inside. He jumps in the field of play. That's fine. Nick Meaney now with the ball. You can't even blame Cody Walker here. But like Cody Walker comes over the top of him. But they've called it as a no try on field. Oh, he's short. He is short. But that was so pathetic there from the Rabbitohs. But it'll be short of the goal line, so it's going to be Rabbitohs ball at the 1. 20 minutes to go. Thumbs up, subscribe. But you would slack up and it would catch up. Yeah, but see, M&D, sure. But how long do you think it's going to take a snail to get to me here in Kazakhstan from Australia? Or are we saying it's a Kazakhstani snail? If it's right now, then yeah, look, it's going to be a bit of a situation. But if it's Australian, if it's an Australian snail from where you're from, it's 100% taken a few months for it to get to me. Because that snail's going to get from its home to the airport without dying, mind you. It's going to get onto the plane. And what if it slowly makes its way to the gate of the plane and then it closes the doors and leaves? Well, then guess what? That plane's gone. It has to come back out and it has to go back in. And how is it going to know which plane to get on? How's it going to know? Because this isn't stipulated. This is just a random snail that can smell. Well, it can smell, but it doesn't know which plane to get on. So it could go to Tanzania, and I might be in Brazil. What are you doing now? What are you doing now? Snail's gone. Snail can't do it. Cannot do it. And even if it does get on a plane to Kazakhstan, think about how long it's going to take to get from the airport to wherever I am. And I don't even know where I'm going to be tomorrow, let alone it knowing where I'm going to be tomorrow. Yeah, it's not possible. First tackle at 25. These are the questions you've got to think. So first tackle here for the Storm. And now they'll bring this ball out to the 35. Second tackle. Ultra Sigma says, the original question is that you live forever, but the snail follows you for eternity. So the snail would have time to get to you in eternity. Well, 100 million for eternity... if you're offering me permanent just money, but like 100 million for eternity, that's nowhere near enough. 100 million and I live forever until a snail catches me. That's nowhere near enough. I'm asking for like a trillion. Eternity. 100 million is like 2 cents if we're talking that I'm living forever. So they'll kick this ball down to the 5. Storm knock it back. Josh King. And that's going to come out to Tyron Wishart here at the 22 of the Jerome Hughes. That's Farlongo. Farlongo, he'll kick the ball over the top here, and Cody Walker gets the grab, taking another 5. You see, by the way, yes, but we're talking about eternity, though. It's enough if you invest it, but no, I'm not accepting the deal. I'm not accepting it. 100 million, and I don't have a death day. By the time I spend that 100 million, I'm going to be like, where's the snail? I want him to find me. I'm done. I got the happiness of spending it at the very least. I go to the right hand side of Matty Dufty. Dufty now to Jack White, and Jack White to Campbell Graham. And Campbell Graham brings it out now to the 40 on 4 tackle. Against the off-line, made Duffy's away. He made Duffy's away at the 30, the 25. Wow. Utukumosh just choke slammed that man down to the ground. What if I trap the snail? It's a great question, Mitchell. What if he traps the snail? Over the top here, Ashen Ward kicks it, taking down to the 4. This could be the game right now. This could be the Storm season right now. They go right-hand side. That's a try time for the Rabbitohs. John Rattle will go over. He will score. It's 22-16 with a kick to come. That really should be the game here because it's about to be an 8-point lead opening up. It's about to be an 8-point lead opening up here. Brilliant lead-up work there from the Rabbitohs. Campbell Graham, great offload there to Matty Duffy. Matty Duffy breaks it away, and then, yeah, John Rattle's one who scores under the post. I reckon this half been better footy. Oh, it's been much better this half, Micah, but, like, at the end of the day, the Rabbitohs are just coming away with it. The Storm aren't making the 8 this year, guys. It's not happening. They now need to win 5 out of the remaining 5 games because they've got to buy. I'd take the money and get my mate to stand on the snail. Job done. Well, can you win, like... but 100 million for a turn, he just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know about that, man. Put the snail in a jar, melts myself every time it shows up. What? Ray says, if it were me, I'd literally go to where that specific snail is and carefully unlove myself. No, but it's an eternal snail, mate. You can't just go and kill the snail. It's an eternal snail. Hello, Storm. The second half started. The second half did start, Seb. They haven't turned up here, though. 100 mil USD till you die. Are you telling me that 100 mil USD per year till I die? Or are you just saying that I'm getting 100 mil USD and that's flat and then permanently I live, but I only get 100 mil USD? That's the question I'm asking here. After 100 years, you would want the snail to catch you. Exactly right. Well, I would have gone through 100 million in that time. Why would anyone want to live for eternity? Well, when you want to die, Gary, you just go and find the snail. It's like the Grim Reaper. Duffy's 1-on-1 defense is terrible. Gray needs to be back in. I agree, but also Duffy's been really good attacking-wise today. I'm convinced Jack Howarth is wearing a Rabbitohs jersey underneath his Storm one. I'm convinced that unless I'm getting 100 mil USD per year, I just don't know. Or maybe, listen, I'd say 100 mil per like 10 years or something. Can we meet in the middle here? 100 mil every 20 years? Gee whiz. To be fair, you'd get to experience everything if you live for eternity. But again, you never know. You could be sleeping. That now sneaks up on you. Again, it's going to take a long time. Third tackle here for the Rabbitohs. I'll get this ball to the 25. Maybe Storm are debating the same issue. This is what they were talking about at half-time, yes. Jess says, listen to this. I feel like I've been taking drugs. Don't we all? Kalomatangi. He'll get this ball to the 35 on 4 tackle. Cody Walker to Tavita Totola. And Tavita Totola now will be at the 50 on 5th tackle. Rabbitohs, they're going to be staying in the 8 for another week if they can hold out and win this game. And now they'll get this one down to about the 10. It's still on here with the Storm, but they've got to really quickly turn around. M&D says you would have to put whatever a snail reacts to that would kill it by touch. No, but the snail is permanent. You can't just... If you could kill it, well, then there'd be no point to it because then I would just go and look it in the damn well eyes and say, you know why, and then I just stamp on it. And I don't like killing animals. I wouldn't like to do that. But I would have to. But then again, it touches you. So how could you do that? You couldn't do it. Well, you'd send it and get it bombed with a nuke. You'd send it somewhere over in the Middle East right now. You know, it's not surviving there. So... You know, that would defeat the whole purpose of it. Defeat the whole purpose. And then also, mind you, you kill the snail, then you can never die. And there's the real thought process. And now you go insane. So you can't kill the snail because you do that. Now, Storm are going to score here. Tyra Wishart will score. Out of nowhere, the Melbourne Storm are going to score. It's about to be a 24-22 game here. The Storm are still in this game. The Storm are still in this game here, son. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Oh, boy. 24-20. And again, we go back to it. If you kill the snail, you've got no way of dying, so you're screwed. Is the 100 million negotiable? What if you get a better offer with three-party money mid-lifetime? But if it's eternity, I'm asking for more than 100 mil. Otherwise, it's off. And it says you need the snail as an end game. Exactly right. You need the snail. You can't kill the snail. If you kill the snail, then you can't die, ever. Yeah, Duffy's been awful today, David. Duffy has been awful today defensively. If this snail's immortal, what other powers does it have that I don't know about? It's a great question. All right, so Tyron Wishart. He's going to be taking a conversion here from right in front. From right in front de mundo. 2 points the difference. Well, Storm, they're saving their bacon right now. 100 million USD is a lot of money. But not forever, M&D. It's a lot of money, like for the next, say, let's even go and say 200 years. Maybe let's go and say 500 years. What do you do after that 500 years? What if, and also money is always constantly improving. Like money is always constantly being devalued. Yeah, you can invest and whatnot, but listen, I've got a death wish on me right now with a snail. I don't want to be thinking about bloody investments and all that stuff. I just want to be sorted. Okay, well, sure, I've got the possibility of dying here. I'm taking a damn well risk here. And what about in 2 million years' time? I'm still alive. Snail hasn't caught me yet. 2 million years' time. How's my 100 mil going now? How's my 100 mil going now? Probably worth the, paying for a taco in Mexico on the side street. Probably the same amount of money it's worth. Third tackle here, and Trent Toalau is going to run straight the middle. This is actually a close game right now. This is actually a really close game. They go to the left-hand side. Jerome Hughes. It's 24-22. I just tuned in. What are we doing? We've got more important questions being asked than this one. Rabbitohs are going to pick this ball up here at the 45. Oh, no. Has Campbell Graham touched this wobbly over the sideline? I think this is a Storm ball. I think it's a Storm ball here. I don't know what they're calling here. 10 minutes to go to the game, folks. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Why not share 50 mil with the snail and offer peace and rob it later? And when you rob it, it's just going to kill you right there and then. Now it knows where you are. You lose. That was touched by Jack Whiten. Yeah, this is going to be Storm ball at the 45. So 10 minutes to go this game. Thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget, tomorrow we've got Raiders, Tigers, Bulldogs and the Warriors, and the Broncos and Cowboys. But I'm pretty certain this captain's challenge here that took about 50 years to actually ask for will be successful here. Gary says, I'd like to go back to my mid-20s with the knowledge I have now. I 100% agree. So Campbell Graham's out. Campbell Graham is out. I think Jack Whiten probably touches this too, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. Jack Whiten touches that last anyway. But go... Well, that's a knock-on from Whiten anyway, isn't it? But Campbell Graham... Well, Campbell Graham puts his foot back on the inside. It's a knock-on anyway. It's a knock-on from Jack Whiten regardless. Socceroos play Volpath in trouble. I did see that, yeah. Do you think Garrick will start kicking if Manly are in danger of missing the 8? You'd hope so. Corey says after a few hundred years, you would be on a quest to find this. Now, that's what I'm saying. Well, then again, then that makes the 100 mil. Yeah, you would. You wouldn't want to be living. But then again, if you had an eternal lifetime, you could visit everything and everywhere. You could visit everything and everywhere. So Storm with the ball here to 45. What I think about as a permanent traveller like myself, I always think about you'll never experience everything. So, it's a good opportunity to experience everything. Stefano Utuakamanu, he'll get this ball now to the 30 on second tackle. Storm down by 2. We've had 2 close games here today. They go to the left-hand side, set restart. They're at the 20 on first tackle, Melbourne Storm. They are fighting to save their season right now. Trent Toalau to Tyron Wishart to Jerome Hughes. A far longer. Oh my goodness me. How has he not scored? Second tackle, 2 meters out. Second tackle, 2 metres out. Mania, Jerome Hughes at the 11, out to Toalau, Tyrone Wishart. I don't know what that was from him, but it'll be third tackle now, 10 metres away from the line. Oh, you've missed a massive conversation, Sundo. Oh my gosh, the real important stuff. Forget Tigers and Dewey-gate. Forget what's doing over there. We go answer the serious questions here today. The right side, Jerome Hughes, Nick Mee. Try time for the Storm, and they take back the lead. 26-24 with a kick to come. Well, Jess, I did try to tell you there was points in this game, probably, and it's shaping up like that right now. With 10 minutes to go in the game, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. 26-24 to the Melbourne Storm. And we are on for a cracker finish here with both teams needing a win. Both teams need a win. Give enough time, the snow will figure out Uber and flights. Well, that's just adding another mess into the conundrum here. That's just adding another... Yeah, but I'm going to get smarter. You know, after that long, I'm going to have the experience over many, many years that I would have developed something. And it will be like there'll be like a force shield around a plane or something like that. It'll be like I would make sure that over years and years, the propaganda I would say about snails would make everyone hate snails. And then there would be an emphasis on ostracizing the snails from society. After 500 years, propaganda, think about the propaganda you've seen in your lifetime across, 20, 30, 40 years? Well, think about that now across 500 years. I will make propaganda against the snails so bad, they'll be ostracized from society. Everyone's off them. Can't even get on planes anymore. Can't even get on planes. But anyway, 8 minutes to go here this game. And Tyrone Wishart from this right wing. Can he make it a 4-point game? That'd be huge. That would be... This game has been really back and forth. Tyrone Wishart from the right wing. He will miss the kick and it will stay. 26-24 to the Storm with 8 minutes to go here. With 8 minutes to go here. 26-24. There's still time in this game. There is. This is the last time Bellamy and Bennett ever coached against each other, huh? Well, no. Craig Bellamy is still signed for next year, and Wayne Bennett's still signed for next year. Greg Martin says, given enough time, the snail will be shooting. No. So the Storm will get this ball here at the 5. 2 tries to the Rabbitohs start the game, then 3 tries to the Storm, then 3 tries to the Rabbitohs, now 2 tries to the Storm. Gee whiz. Yep, Seb's timed that one out, rightfully so, for 5 minutes. Greg Martin, that was a deserved timeout. Well done on your service there, Seb Watson. Just living on an island by yourself, you can't swim in salt water. It will develop the ability to. Third tackle at the 45. I can tell you that from experience. It'll work with Dolphins. You watch. You'll figure out a way. It'll be Oren Keeley who gets away from the tackle. He's there at the 40. Josh King now is going to take this ball to the 33 on fifth tackle. Proper rage that comment. Can you expect a 100-page thesis and your full answer on this now tomorrow? No, you can go back and listen to this whole stream again, and then you can put it together for me. Because I'm giving you the knowledge here, mate. I'm providing you with the advice that you're never going to get anywhere else, that's for sure. Second tackle. Can promise you that. You're not going to be saying on the next Fox League podcast this conversation, and that's the disappointing part. I want to hear Blocker Roche's thoughts on this. They go to the right-hand side. Big pass. That's Jack Whiten off to Campbell Graham. Campbell Graham at the 30, the 35, the 40. Fourth tackle at the 40. Jack Whiten to Ashen Ward. Ward now to Humphrey. Chancey. Latrell Siegwalt at the 40. Not enough meters here. Fifth tackle. Do you watch Union? I do, but I can't really stream it, mate, because it's on at the same time as the old Rugby League, but I do watch it. Oh, no way. No way. Have I just seen Farlongo do that? No. No, Farlongo didn't just touch that. It's Rabbitohs ball at the 20. I can't believe that Farlongo has touched this ball. I can't believe these touches. This is actually insane. What's he thinking here? What's he thinking? So it's going to be Rabbitohs ball hit the 20. This game's actually... we're talking about snails. But this game's actually pretty mad considering there's a lot on the line here. So first tackle of the Rabbitohs, 9 metres away from the line. They go to Liam LeBlanc. And LeBlanc is going to be the 4, second tackle. They go at the back into Ashen Ward. Ashen Ward to Cody Walker. Matty Dufty. He's been good attacking-wise today. Awful defensively, but attacking-wise, he's been very good. Oh, you're right, Jason. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, you're correct. They go out the back here to Jack Whiten. Jack Whiten here is at the 30. And Jack Whiten still moving and grooving. Gives it across. John Rattle. 5 metres away from the line. 4 tackle now. And they give it out the right-hand side. Cody Walker, Ashen Ward over the top here. Campbell Graham. Try time. This game's crazy right now. 5 minutes to go, and the season's still alive with the Rabbitohs, and the season's done for the Melbourne Storm with 28-26 with the kick to come. 4 minutes and 46 seconds to go here at the game. Jess with the £10 donation. Get around your Jess at 25.5 and 23.5. M&D are winning. Great betting day for them. Get around your M&D and get around your Jess. Appreciate it for the dono. Good to see you winning there, and good to see M&D winning. But Suafalongo touches the ball and throws away the season. Oh, that's a great pass there from Ashen Ward, and they'll score in the corner here. Campbell Graham. Ziggy says Blocker would pronounce snail wrong. You're right. No, you're right. You are right. And that's where he would come a gutser. Because his propaganda would be all about Snoop instead of snail, and he would make everyone hate Snoop Dogg, but Snoop Dogg's already gone. People forget about the snail. Blocker goes. That's how he dies. Because he would say Snoop instead of snail. Justin even says, well done, mate. Gary says, the last 10 minutes have been better than the first 65. I'll be honest with you. The final 25 minutes here has actually been really good. The last 30 minutes have been really good. It's just that we've been so distracted by the snail conversation. Snails in Vietnam actually not that bad of a taste, by the way. Was that even going to be a 40-20? I don't think so. But Ashen Ward here for a kick to make it a 4-point game. This game's still a chance, by the way. Still a chance for either team. Glad during this cracker game we have established how Blocker would die to the eternal snail. Yep, Ashen Ward is also going to miss the kick. My gosh, their kicking game today has been atrocious. 2 from 6 for the Rabbitohs. 2 from 6. They should be on 36 points right now. Instead, they're on 28. The Storm are 2 from 5 with the penalty goal. They should be on 32. It should be 36-32 right now if they both got their conversions. I'm sure the Storm are about to take a short kick here, though. 2-goal field kick for extra time. It would really summarise today, wouldn't it? But who kicks a 2-point fielder for the Storm? Nick Meaney? Nah, surely not. I don't know who has a 2-point field goal in him. And the Rabbitohs will catch it. Alex Johnson at the 30. Who has a 2-point field goal in him from the Storm? Jerome Hughes? I don't know if he has a 2-point field goal in him. Are you surprised nobody goes for the 2040? I bet half the players don't even know it's a rule. I would agree with that last part. I would say no, I'm not surprised. Like, at the end of the day, you're taking a big risk in your own area. I don't trust any field goal kickers for the Storm as well, and especially for a 2-point field goal. They need to score a try or a 2-point penalty. Storm, if you lose this, you need to win every game for the rest of your season. You're in the Broncos books. Matty Dufty on 5th tackle now. They'll be at the 40. And they give it to Cody Walker. All you have to do is complete your set, and that's exactly what they've done. They whack this ball up high. Storm, great grab for Longo at the 18. Hughes is the halfback, so it makes sense. What? Third tackle in with the Storm at the 30. No, bro. Like, it could be Hughes, but not by your reasoning. Wishart's going to be taken down here at the 35 on 4th tackle. 4th tackle. They might get another 3-4 tackles at the end of this. The Storm, Jerome Hughes, short ball. Oren Keeley, great run, flicks it back, and Cody Walker. Is that Cody Walker? It is. Grabs the ball to 50. You'll still get about 3 or 4 tackles. You had to risk it there, Oren Keeley. You had to. Why didn't he take that tackle? No, like you get it. You have to risk it for the biscuit at this point. You're down by 2. Your season's on the line. You have to try and get an offload away there and just hope that it lands in the hands of a Melbourne Storm player. Third tackle at the 40. That's been the take of the year. It's a take, all right. It is definitely a take. It is definitely a take. So the B at the 10. They go to the right-hand side. Off to Cody Walker. Matty Duffy. Oh my gosh, I thought he was going to score there. They're 5 metres away from the line. 5 metres away. Campbell Graham goes for a quick little scoot McScoot, but he will be held up over the line. You've got 1:07 to go here, Storm. You're going to bring this ball out here to the 10. You've got to be quick. 1 set of 6, 90 metres. Otherwise, your season is as good as dusted, son. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. The Storm have 1:06 to go, 90 metres here. And either score a try or get a penalty. When you think about it, a 20-40 should be easier. No chance of going dead. And you have a whole field to work with if you have a boot like Burton. Sure, but you also have a charge down potential for a try immediately. So they go to the right-hand side. They'll give it across to Meaney, Jerome Hughes. Quick pass, Oren Keeley. Oren Keeley with a good run now to the 25 to the 30. Second tackle. 50 seconds to go here of the game. Down by 2. Jerome Hughes. Short ball to Kamanu. Gets the offload away to Jerome Hughes. They've got space. He's hit the ball over to the left-hand side. Nobody's even there. Oh my gosh, there's still a chance here. No, the Rabbitohs get it and take it down to the 35. That should be it. That should be it. I don't want to hear anything from you after you quit in your team when Manny scored. But you're also kicking it from your own 20, so if you mess up, you're in terrible field position, or if it goes out in the fall, you're gifting a set on your line. Exactly right. So Melbourne, unfortunately, your season is as good as Donnarumma, son. You will need to win 5 out of your remaining 5 games. You will need to win 5 out of your remaining 5 games here, champion. And that'll be fit tackle, and that'll be done and dusted. The Melbourne Storm, you're not mathematically eliminated, but you pretty much are eliminated, son. This game actually ended up being quite a crazy game. It ended up being actually quite a lunatic old game here, where it was like 2 tries to Rabbitohs, then it was 3 tries to the Storm, then it was 3 tries to the Rabbitohs, and then it was 2 tries to the Storm, and then the Rabbitohs still late on in the game. Very similar to that Knights versus Rabbitohs game from actually about 2 months ago now. But the Storm in their next games, the Storm in their next game, they will be taking on the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs in Melbourne. But they need to win all 5 of their games. So they play the Bulldogs at home. They play Manly at home. They then have the bye, which is not a good time for them. Then they have the Panthers at home. They have the Broncos away. And then they will finish off the season with the Sharks in Cronulla. The Storm season is done. It is gone. And Rabbitohs with a win here is massive. You know, they'll go to 26 points. They go above the Knights. The Knights will drop down to 7th position now. Rabbitohs will go up to 6th. The Knights will go down to 7th. Luckily for the Knights, their points differential is still plus 36. Cowboys just need to not win by 60 tomorrow to go above them. But, you know, the Knights are on the real edge right now. But, yeah, that's how it's all going at the moment. That's how it's all going. So the Knights will drop down to 7th. Rabbitohs up to 6th. Now, tomorrow, guys, we've got 3 games. We'll have the Raiders versus the Tigers in Canberra in the early game. Then we've got the Bulldogs versus the Warriors, which is a big game. And then we've got a massive game between the Cowboys and the Broncos. So we'll be live for all 3 of those games. I appreciate you guys. As per usual, we figured out the old snail. We figured him out, and we got it all done and dusted here today. But do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya. Jew.